Okay guys, this is Mr. Angus. Welcome you back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. In the last part we finished the tutorial stuff, and in this part we're gonna start Terra's story. So there we go. Time to start Terra's story. We'll probably this part get to the first world. And that'll be about where we're gonna stop. But hey, we'll get in this game. We'll start, especially once I start grinding off screen. Not gonna do that quite right away, but probably part 3. I might cut away for some grinding. That's how it's gonna work. We're gonna do Terra's first, and then we'll see afterwards which character I'm gonna do after that. Be ready to see this cutscene like 3 times too, by the way. Because there are some overlapping cutscenes. There are some exclusive character cutscenes, which is nice. And even in some cutscenes, this one's like the exception, where you will see different... Actually, no. You will see different... It'll change as we go through. Like, through this first part, it'll see a little bit different perspectives as we go. And you can see even overlapping cutscenes might have a tiny bit of differences in them, like this character ran off at this point in the cutscene, so now we get to see a little bit more because we're with the character that didn't run away. You know, stuff like that, little things. But it's not too in your face about. In the gameplay, while the levels are similar, there's different areas for each character that they go through, which is nice. There can also be different bosses, I think. Don't quote me on that. I know there's a few similar bosses, but...
Don't worry about me. You two focus on the exam.
But Ven, you're in danger here. Go wait in your room.
No way. I've been looking forward to this. Seeing you two become masters. I'm not gonna miss it.
Oh right, no one saw that Xehanort sort of manipulated them. Clearly no one was watching.
Yeah.
Stay sharp, Ven.
And we gotta destroy the orbs of light that have swirly darkness around them. Okay. Let's see. Let me quick blitz. I'm off to an amazing start right now. Okay, there we go. Oh, how I love having scan right at the beginning of the game. And yep, that's my luck. I mean, they're not too hard. Honestly, you can just mash to win. I'm doing so bad right now. Okay. Okay, come on, let's do better. There we go, we got more HP, and we learned critical impact, which is, I believe, one of the command styles. It's, Terra's obviously, yeah, it's a command style. Basically, how you change command styles is it's dependent on the command you use. So if you use, it's not a good example, but there's Firestorm later, at least with some characters. If you use a fire type, or not, a fire elemental move, that's when you'll likely go into Firestorm. So you can sort of try and build your deck around that. I usually don't. I usually build my deck around what commands are, I think, going to work best for the time being. Alright, in this part we don't actually get a fight. It's a cutscene.
For when equal powers clash, their nature is revealed. Begin.
And look at Xehanort over there just smirking. He's gonna do that
We have deliberated and reached
at least
a decision.
more than once, I'm pretty sure.
Terra, Aqua, you both performed commendably. However, only Aqua has shown the mark of mastery. Terra, you failed to keep the darkness within you sufficiently in check. But there is always next time. That is all. Aqua, as our newest Keyblade Master, you are entitled to certain knowledge. Please wait here for further instruction.
Hey.
Terra, I'm sorry.
The darkness. Where did it come from?
That's life's greatest mystery.
What
Not
do you
really,
make of
but maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know
He
these
ain't
things.
gonna cut it. Somebody's gotta break that loser in.
Not here, you won't. I have to keep up appearances.
I know that. He just needs a little incentive to leave home.
Sorry. But I need some time alone.
He just couldn't do it. The darkness showed up and he was like, why are you here? Now I
There's
failed.
darkness within me. So what does that matter? I know I'm strong enough to hold it back.
Yes. You are indeed strong.
Oh, hey, Master
Darkness has nothing to
Xehanort.
fear.
Master Xehanort.
And yet, how frustrating that Ericus refutes its power. Why, you could train with him forever, and still, you'd never be a master in his eyes.
But why? Help me understand, Master Xehanort. What is it that I failed to learn?
You're fine as you are. Darkness cannot be destroyed. It can only be channeled.
Yes.
Because clearly no one's picking up on the evil vibes he's throwing up. Also, he's voiced by Leonard Nimoy. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. Oh, and Ericus is voiced by, oh great, now it's, Mark Hamill. Was that it? Yeah, Mark Hamill. Luke, for those who don't know, from Star Wars. They were specifically cast by Nomura, I think, because of their roles as Spock and Luke.
What happened?
I don't know.
I think that's how it was. Someone.
Why
They
is
were
it down
definitely
here?
picked out
Very
because
well,
of their
then.
roles, though.
I will send
They're
my
br-
pupils to investigate. Yes, I understand. Farewell.
I mean, the Xehanort Leonard Nimoy is a bit easier
That
to
was my
tell
dear
of
old
the
friend
ear
Yen
test.
Sid. As you know, he is master no more, but he still keeps a close eye on the tides of light and darkness. His counsel serves as signposts on the road we wielders of the Keyblade must walk. All the more reason then for concern, for he tells me the princesses of heart are in danger. Not only from the forces of darkness, as you may assume, but also from a new threat, one that feeds on negativity. Fledgling emotions that have taken monster form. Yen Sid calls them the Unversed.
I still never get why they're called the Unversed. The Heartless makes sense. The Nobodies
You are tasked with striking
kind of makes
down
less sense.
any who would upset the balance of light and darkness.
But
The Unversed.
the
are no
Unversed,
exception.
I mean,
I tried to
I have
pass
no
this news
problem
on
with
to
the
Master
enemies.
Xehanort,
They're basically
but my
just,
repeated attempts to
for the
reach
most
him
part,
were
equivalent to
failed.
Heartlesses
I doubt there was
later.
any connection, and yet
But they're just, the Heartless aren't really around yet, although they're somewhat around yet, as we'll see later.
Is
I
gone.
think it's an events story. They're just not Heartless everywhere like it is
here
in the
we
later
are.
games.
I need you two to get this situation under control. Eliminate the Unversed, and find Master Xehanort.
Because he's already missing, and we take our eyes off him for 2 minutes, and he's just gotta go missing. That's Xehanort.
The darkness looms closer than usual within these spaces, but your armor will protect you. Lastly,
The armor looks pretty cool.
cannot tell
Just
anyone
saying.
there are other worlds.
We'll see in a bit.
Now go and fulfill your duty.
Hey, it's just like the first game where we're not supposed to tell other people about other worlds, but then in the second game and onwards, it doesn't really matter about the other worlds.
A second chance for you to change my mind.
What?
I never got that. Why they just like, and no one cares about the fact that there's other. You're supposed to keep it a secret. No one cares.
If I could have my way, I would name you master in a second. But how can I, when you are so obsessed with power? Terra, you mustn't be afraid of losing. Fear leads to obsession with power, and obsession beckons the darkness. You must never forget.
Thank you, Master. I swear, I will not fail you again.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go out there and beat up some unversed, because I was about to say Heartless. But that's not correct.
Terra!
Oh, hey, Sven. Where have you been, Ven? I'm just starting to notice a lot of people in the series have blue eyes. Is that some sort of thing? Am I supposed to feel worse now because I don't have blue eyes? Is that what you're trying to tell me, game? That I should have blue eyes, but I don't? Is that just what you're saying? I don't know why I noticed that. But then I looked around at my poster of Kingdom Hearts 2, and it looks like Sora has blue eyes. See, I never paid attention until all of a sudden it was just like, hey, he's got blue eyes. And we forged the D-Link with Ventus. Yeah, the D-Links, I'm probably not going to use them. I'll show them off at some point, though. For showing off sake. Although I forget, I think Terra misses out on, like, the best D-Link. Or some of the best D-Links for, like, EXP grinding and stuff. And since we're only 13 minutes in, I guess we do get to see a little bit of the first world. Each character actually has a different first world. After the first world, we'll get a little bit of a choice between this one, which is Ven's first world, and this one that's Aqua's first world. They scale the difficulty as well, depending on which character. And we got Enchanted Domain. Sleeping Beauty is our first world with Terra. Well, that is quite the entrance. All the electricity and all that sparking out everywhere. I'm surprised no one noticed, except there's nobody here.
Monsters.
Yep,
ones
the
that Master
unversed.
mentioned. These are the unversed.
And these are basically our generic... I don't remember their names. They're basically like the Shadow Heartless of the game. Weak and annoying. Alright, let's get to it. Okay. I'm just not even using my commands on these guys at this point. I also just don't have enough commands for my liking at this point. By later on we will. Okay, these are basically like your magic using Heartless of the other games. These I believe those were fire ones. Oh, this is basically this guy's annoying. They're basically the heavily armored ones. Basically they're annoying because they deal damage like that, and they just deal a whole lot of damage for this point in the game. These are basically like the Soldier Heartless. Of course, I'm always pointing out the other Heartless, although I haven't even LP'd another Kingdom Hearts game. But they're a bit better than they're like upgraded Shadow ones for the most part. Deal more damage, take more hits. A bit more annoying. Oh, darn. These guys with him. Okay, good, we can lure. And then just getting away. Oh man, that was the best I've probably handled one of those guys in a while. Okay, now where's the last? Lock on, help me. I'm messing up with the lock on, but lock on is your friend. This is basically your easy entry to the Unversed. Not very hard. Although, again, like I showed, it can deal some damage, so watch out for that. Namely the big, heavily defensive ones. But there's also treasure chests.
No, you don't.
But there's a treasure chest, Terra. I want the treasure chest. We can do that after we'll finish up. I'll also do grinding off screen. Oh. I don't know why. Okay. You gotta remember, X is in fact to open the treasure chest. So let's see. I believe there's a few more chests around here. There aren't any enemies right now, so there will be enemies here in a bit if we come back in a minute. But that's why I'm going to get the treasure chests now. Pulsing crystals. We'll see what crystals can do later. They're very useful for getting abilities in this game. They're basically how we're going to get new abilities. So I guess there was only those. Because yeah, I can go to abilities section. And this will show off. Yeah, Quick Blitz gave us scan. So now we can always have scan equipped, which is my favorite thing ever. And yeah, basically Quick Blitz had scan on it, and then when you master it, then you've got it forever in the other section. So I wanna. Do we have more? No, we only have potions we can add. I'm gonna not use them for now. When we get other stuff later, I'll use them more. Anyway, let's go over there real quick, and I can come back and grind later. Levels just give you stat increases. But I find early in the game I like to have those stat increases. Okay, and over here we got a sticker, a balloon sticker. I forget what the stickers do exactly, but I'll probably show them off eventually. Let's open this chest and we get Blizzard. It's decent magic, although I don't really particularly care to use much magic with Terra. So that's a save point. We can heal our stats. I want to see if it can go back and grind here, because if so, I might show off what I do for grinding. But I guess not. I have to move forward. So we'll move a little bit forward. Basically, I'm hoping I can get to the point where I can do grinding off screen in between parts. So let's go this way to question mark, question mark, question mark. Let me see, going up to the castle. Oh, we haven't seen the castle yet, but there's a castle. There you go. And we get the Enchanted Domain that pops up for each world. Like I said though, Ven and Aqua will come here, although they'll see slightly different parts of the world, which is nice. some overlap in a few spots, but
Why aren't you asleep?
no character has the
That fool
exact
Sora
same
cast a spell to
areas
put everyone in this
for
castle
each
into a
world,
deep,
except
deep slumber.
maybe
Who are you?
Olympus Coliseum, but that's Olympus Coliseum.
As
It's
all
never.
people in this kingdom
It's
would
like
know.
3,
Now you
maybe
must
4
reciprocate the
areas.
introduction. Who
It's
are
not
you?
much
I'm Terra.
because it's basically the
What do you know
arena,
about
but
those
we'll get to there
monsters?
later in the second half of the
ones who
game,
attacked me.
or second half of
Now
each
why
character's
would I
story.
give a thought to creatures so base, so inconsequential?
So to you,
They
the
are base.
adverse
That's for
are
sure.
unconsequential, but later we'll
Anyway,
see you
I'm
have
looking
a
for some-
fixation with controlling the Heartless.
Ever heard of a man named Xehanort?
That name is not familiar to me. Is he an outsider like yourself? Oh, but wait. I do remember someone leaving the castle.
Tell me, what was he doing there?
I couldn't say. I can only be certain he was not from this kingdom. If you're curious, go see the castle for yourself. There, the entrance is past the bridge.
Thanks.
Perhaps he did speak about imprisoning the light.
Imprisoning the what now?
The light could be so many things. Could he have meant Princess Aurora?
Aurora. Hey, Maleficent, you're just trying to use us. I see through you, even though Terra doesn't. Terra. He's at least smarter than Knuckles and Sonic Boom. That doesn't say much. Anyway, we got some unversed here. So let's do some fighting. This is okay. And we're beating up. Oh, my favorite friend. That's also very good for that attack. And abuse the fact that when you're in finish, you have invincibility frames. That's also a good tip in this game. Anyway, let's fight because there'll be more enemies. Let's beat them up. And oh man, I wish I had better stats so I could take less damage and dish out a bit more damage. Because we're on prod mode, which unlike which basically is just I believe we take we deal less damage. I might be wrong about that though. It might be we take more damage. I forget which one it is. Oh, we used enough. We got critical impact going because we used enough physical based attacks. And yeah, you're souped up. Your attacks do more damage. It's nice. When the bar runs out though, then it ends, and that's no good. And then when you get it, you get the finisher, and of course... Oh, I did hit an enemy with it. That's a nice finisher, you're invincible during the finisher, and it's all good. And we got the level 2. So this bridge is not a bad spot to do some grinding in. So basically, yeah, you have to use commands to get in the critical impact. But I don't like to use them that much on the smaller enemies, at least right at the moment. Oh god. Oh god. And the annoyingness that is that. Okay. I believe, yeah, here's where we go. So I believe we can go back. Let's go back to the save point so I can get rid of this annoying beeping. The low health. So it's probably even more annoying than Pokemon's. Then again, I don't always listen to the Pokemon with the game music, so I don't always hear it. There we go. I healed up. Now if we go back here, there should be enemies here, and I'll show you real quick before I wrap up. Basically what I'm going to do. You can go between the bridge, the enemy should respawn, and if you're over here... And yeah, because of two physically attacking, basically non-magic commands should get you into critical impact. And then try and get in between the enemies and just... It's a nice slam attack. I do enjoy it. But yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do for some grinding in between parts. Got these enemies. I'm just going to use them to grind. Yeah, Stun Edge can paralyze, which is nice. Anyway, I believe there's another enemy that we haven't seen yet that can pop up here. The plants, I forgot what they remind me of. But they're plant enemies. They do something. Oh, right, the eagles. You're basically, I don't think there was an equivalent. Heartless. But they're basically just simple flying enemies, but they're really simple compared to. Yes, that's why I don't feel like there was any of them in the other. There was a heartless version because there was never one that are quite this easy. Of course, then I say that and I take damage. Yeah, you can jump and get some and beat them out of the air, which is nice. So use that, and yeah. So basically you can go back out, respawn. Normally I feel like I'd last longer before the annoying beeping comes in. But yeah, and if we go back, we should have the enemies respawn. And basically that's what I'm going to do to grind up. Yep. So I'll beat up these guys real quick. Also, your commands level up. I'll go into that later when it comes to abilities, but... Anyway, but yeah, I'll go into that later when it's a bit more pertinent, because right now it's not really pertinent to me. Because of the fact that we don't really have much crystals, so... It'll be pertinent when it comes to synthesizing abilities, as well as when we have enough commands, then we can start mixing commands and well, that's also where the crystals come in. But you get new commands from mixing mechs. Or now I need to look. Sorry, my voice is going a bit, but I'll stop here in a second. But melding. That's what it is. You can meld commands, and you get new ones. Like if you put these together, you get a new command. And we'll go into crystals, because then the crystals, they'll give you different abilities in matching up. I'll go into that later when it's a bit more pertinent. But for now, this is where I'm going to end off this part. I'm going to do grinding off screen, so I'll probably be level 7 or 8 by the time I come back for the next part. You don't have to do that, but I'm not doing a speed run, and I just feel comfortable on proud mode if I've gotten some levels under my belt to get a few extra stat boosts. So that yeah, strength 8, that and defense is gonna be big. I like having defense early game to take less damage, because HP you can only get up through certain specific bosses and stuff like that. Because after bosses you get it. The first game was the only game where you could get more HP from leveling up, which is kind of unfortunate, but I still like this game a lot, and we'll go more into it next part, and we'll go into the castle. So this is Mr. Shiny Garrus signing out, guys. Have a good day, and goodbye.